Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Break It Down. Let's head back to the Nexus before we do anything else. We go back when we rest up, level everybody up. We'll come back to the flesh markets, deal with Wirlong Black Mask, Zixis or whatever his name is, and maybe come back to the arena. I will also talk to Social and Trever. And I think Woljif wants to talk too. Yeah, here he is. Woljif isn't looking at you. His tail twitches nervously from side to side. Chief, Woljif scratches at the back of his head, painstakingly choosing each word. I went someplace, you see, to an abandoned mansion. It's in the upper city, not far from Nauticula's palace. You can't miss it. What do you mean you went to an abandoned mansion? Well, I walked, used my feet. You know, that's how people walk. Woljif shifts, his feet back and forth like he's dancing on hot coals. I woke you up. We're not complete strangers, you know. I need this, Chief. I've been thinking a lot here, about myself, and you, and the moon of the abyss, and yeah, alright, I'm lying. I didn't think. I tried not to think. Only the shadow started talking to me, even when I didn't want it to. It told me where to go. It said I needed to come to terms with who I am. But maybe I don't want to understand. Maybe I'm better off being kept in the dark. Woljif takes a small breath. I already know who I am. I'm a poor thief and a loser. Born at the wrong time in the wrong place to the wrong people. But I want to be stronger, you know? I'm used to this moon of the abyss. And if it can give me even more, I'll take it. Otherwise, this Vodia will keep bothering me till the end of my days. And everyone else will keep kicking me around. I know I'm kinda in your gang. I mean your party. And that helps things. But it can't keep going like this forever, you know? Everything's gonna fall apart someday. And the party will fall apart too. I need this power. Wait, did your shadow speak again? What exactly did it tell you? Woljif takes a breath. Here in the abyss, the shadows become completely different. It crawls out when it wants, and makes sense when it talks. It says I got an inheritance. It's a power that can get rid of Vodia once and for all. I'll get it if I go to Eggfilly's old mansion in the upper city. And there's riches in it too. I never turn down a chest of gold, you know. Can I speak to the shadow? Yeah, no problem. Woljif concentrates, trying to summon the shadow, but nothing happens. No, it's not working. It's like my shadow doesn't want to come out. Stubborn as a mule it's gotten, you know? It could be dangerous. I'm coming with you. Woljif's head shoots up. What? No, Chief. It's my business. I'll figure it out myself. I just told you because I don't know why. I wanted to tell you. I already dragged you into a mess with Vodia. Just think of it like an apology, you know? But no more. If you want to come congratulate me once I've got the power, you should come. But I'll do it myself. I don't want to get used to always running off to someone as soon as I need help. It's not normal. Friends don't abandon each other in difficult situations. I want to go with you. Friends? Aw, come on. Woljif turns away in embarrassment, trying not to grin. You know, I don't believe in stuff like that. Come on then, if you're so desperate. You can stand and watch. You can act like you're my bodyguard if you want. I don't mind. Alright, let's level up everybody. Some more Assassin on Greybore, another Sneak Attack die, and Poison use increased successful saves to remove. We've already read that. Athletics, Mobility, Stealth, and Perception. Arushalai gets a Combat Style feat. Mobility, Trickery, Stealth, Knowledge Arcana, Perception, Knowledge World. Point Blank Master. Oh, she already has that. Perception, why not? Regil. Oh, that's maxed out, so Armiger. Bonus combat feat. Knowledge Arcana, low religion, and perception. Greater weapon focus, gnome hooked hammer. Darren. Knowledge Arcana, knowledge world, use magic device. Summon monster 9. Nenio, knowledge Arcana, knowledge world, lore nature, lore religion, and use magic device. Heroic Invocation, and Foresight. Wait, Embark gets a Hex and a Grand Hex. So starting at 18th level and every 2 levels thereafter, which there's only one more after that, Witch can choose a Grand Hex whenever she could select a new Hex. Knowledge Arcana, low religion, and use magic device. Hey, let's do Life Giver. Why not? Once per day, the Witch can, as a full round action, touch a dead creature and bring it back to life. This functions as resurrection, but does not require a material component. And dominate monster. Ooh, hold monster mass. Let's do that instead. Alright, let's slot our spells and our companions, then we'll level up Trever. Trever doesn't get spell slots. We don't need these, we just do more grease. Alright, so Trever, he's a mishmash. So he is he's 5 levels of two-handed fighter, 4 levels of armored Hulk, 3 levels of Hell Knight, and 2 levels of Paladin. Oh man, what a doozy. Now he has, we need to look at his character sheet, don't we? Alright, so he has weapon focus, we've seen. No background. Your background is unknown. It doesn't grant you any bonuses. You probably do with the Acolyte background. He did start as a Paladin. He worships Shaylin just like Social does. He has power attack, heavy armor focus, cleave, cleaving finish, great cleave, improved cleaving finish, and greater bull rush. That's not too shabby. I mean, all this junk is well, that's what it is. So Red Paladin, I don't need to read those 2 levels. He's not lawful. He can't use Smite Evil or Lay on Hands anyway. He doesn't have Divine Grace. Basically, these 2 levels are wasted. He does get BAB from it, though. His favorite enemy is Aberrations through Hell Knight, because he's Order of the Nail. So he has Smite Chaos. He can't use that. He's not lawful. So, also wasted. He does have armor training, though. So Order of the Nail. Order of the Nail Hell Knights idealize civilized societies and seek to unite all people in advancing that cultural baseline. In fact, the Order of the Nail's members preach that anyone who doesn't embrace their own culture is a criminal and heathen who must be destroyed. The Order's members idealize the lifestyles and challenges of frontier settlers, no matter the displacement, indignation, or cruelty they might visit on those who were there before. At first level, a Hell Knight selects a creature type from the Ranger favored enemies list. He gets a +2 bonus on weapon attack and damage rolls against them. At 5th level and 9th level, this bonus increases by additional +2. He went to war to fight demons. I'm not sure why he selected aberrations. Alright, then he has a Barbarian Armored Hulk. So Barbarian proficiencies. A Barbarian is proficient with all simple and martial weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields except tower shields. Heavy armor proficiency, which is got from Paladin. Rage. I probably don't need to... I guess we haven't read that yet. So a Barbarian can call upon any reserves of strength and ferocity, granting her additional combat prowess. At first level, a Barbarian can rage for a number of rounds per day equal to 4+ her Constitution modifier. For each level after first she possesses, the Barbarian can rage for 2 additional rounds per day. Temporary increases to Constitution, such as that gained from Bear's Endurance, do not increase the total number of rounds that a Barbarian can rage per day. A Barbarian can enter a rage as a free action. The total number of rounds of rage per day is renewed after resting for 8 hours, although these hours do not need to be consecutive. While in a rage, the Barbarian gains a +2 bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, and will saving throws. In addition, she takes a -2 penalty to armor class. She also gains 2 temporary hit points per hit die. These temporary hit points are lost when a character takes damage, disappear when the rage ends, and are not replenished if the Barbarian enters a rage again within 1 minute of her previous rage. While in a rage, a Barbarian cannot cast spells. A Barbarian can enter a rage as a free action, and is fatigued for 1 minute after a rage ends. A Barbarian can't enter a new rage while fatigued or exhausted, but can otherwise enter a rage multiple times per day. If a Barbarian falls unconscious, her rage immediately ends. A powerful stance. The Barbarian can focus her ferocity. She gains a +1 bonus on melee damage rolls and thrown weapon damage rolls. This bonus increases by 1 for every 4 levels the Barbarian has. This is a stance rage power. A Barbarian can't have more than 1 stance rage power active at a time. If she activates a stance rage power while another one is active, the current stance immediately ends. Indomitable stance. An Armored Hulk gains a +1 bonus on combat maneuver checks and a CMD and on reflex saves against trample attacks. She also gains a +1 bonus to her armor class against charge attacks and on attack and damage rolls against charging creatures. Armored Swiftness. At second level, an Armored Hulk moves 5 feet faster than normal in medium and heavy armor. Resilience of Steel. At third level, an Armored Hulk is able to use her armor to help avoid deadly hits. While wearing heavy armor, she gains a +1 bonus to armor class that applies only to critical hit confirmation rolls. This bonus increases by +1 every 3 levels beyond 3rd, maximum +6 at 18th level. And then Two-Handed Fighter. Fighter proficiencies, we've seen that before. Hammer the Gap we've seen. Bull Rush we've seen. Strong Grip. At second level, a Two-Handed Fighter gains a +1 bonus to CMB and CMD on Sunder attempts and on disarm attempts. These bonuses increase by +1 for every 4 levels beyond 2nd. Overhand Chop. At third level, when a Two-Handed Fighter makes a single attack with the attack action or a charge, with a two-handed weapon, he adds double his strength bonus on damage rolls. And weapon specialization we've seen. So I'm thinking we just lean into the Two-Handed Fighter. Athletics, mobility, and knowledge world, I guess. Focus Strike's gonna be really good on him. Again, he's got a mishmash, but you can make him into just like a Vital Strike fighter. Lunge will probably be good on him as well. From off the front line. Sure. One more to dexterity. Oh, sorry. He got second level of Strong Grip. He also just got Backswing. At 7th level, when a two-handed fighter makes a full attack with a two-handed weapon, he adds double his strength bonus on damage rolls for all attacks after the first. So we may not do Vital Strike for that reason. Vital Strike, you kind of just want to focus on the one big attack. Greater Weapon Focus, Falchion. Improved Critical, also Falchion. Alright, more two-handed training. Athletics, mobility. Knowledge world. Alright, then here, so he can grab these, but he can't cast any of the smite abilities. There's no reason to take it. I will give him Last Stand. Power Attack Mythic. Limitless Rage. Because he can still rage. Probably doesn't need... that. Might do that instead. Improved critical. I think Rupture Restraints kind of fits thematically with him. So why not? Alright, I should probably rest up, buff up. I mean, go to the flesh markets. Do we have anything to give to Trever to make him less squishy? All sorts of stuff, actually. Oh. Let's swap that back. That should probably do for now. Alright, let's go talk to Social and Trever. We can rest up. We'll check in with Woljif as well. They're all in the cave, so it's a one-stop shop.
Follow if you dare.
Social is holding a brush and laboring over a painting. He is clearly dissatisfied with the result so far. He tucks and tears the paper into pieces. You notice a wounded knight with a gaunt face wearing dirty, crumpled armor. Holding a broken sword in one hand, he leans on a punctured shield with his other. How is Trever now? I don't know if he's ever going to be the same. It seems unlikely. Sometimes he screams in his sleep. Sometimes he sits for a long time, staring straight ahead at nothing. I pray to the goddess, asking her to ease his suffering. But still, it's him, my brother. Alive, albeit wounded in body and soul. The freed slave tenses at your approach, his fist clenching instinctively. But then he recognizes you and relaxes slightly, giving you a nod. Commander, sorry. I still can't get used to being free. I expect enemies around every corner, and I jump at every shadow. Why do they call you the Dire One? The very sound of this name makes the former gladiator flinch, as if from a blow. He shakes his head emphatically. No, enough. Forget that mindless dog's name forever. My name is Trever Vanek. How are you? It takes some time for Trever to find an answer. He breathes slowly and methodically. It's getting easier. I'm getting used to having people around me again. He takes a look around and adds hesitantly, I'm not used to the quiet. How much do you remember about your life before the Abyss? Trever looks through you and speaks in an unusually small voice. It's like a vague dream. Grapes, sun, the smell of sawdust, the church. He lifts his disfigured hands and looks at them as if they belong to someone else. I was a knight. Who am I now? What can you tell me about Social? Trever shakes his head. I failed my little brother. I left him for this stupid war. I betrayed everything we believed in and sunk to the very bottom of the Abyss. But he never lost faith, so I lost faith in me. I don't know how, but he managed to pull me out of there. Do you remember Marenta? She died fighting the demons. Marenta. Trever casts his gaze down. My little devil. Let's not speak of her anymore. I'm waging a war against the demons. Will you help me win it? Of course. What else is there for me? You are free. What do you want to do now? Trever answers instantly, without hesitation. I want to go home. Should I send you home? I won't go anywhere alone. If you release Social from service, I'll go home with him. If not, we'll fight on until we win this war. Home will have to wait. I have to go. I think Trevor's a really good character. I mean, it's a shame that his build is so bad. A lot of people don't like to use him because of that. I know people who can't ever go back to normal after fighting. They think there are demons everywhere. Maybe they are right. I know I can never drop my guard.
I'm off! I am never wrong. Mosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Adrifio Turino. Aborane Sentes. Mosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Afranda Dratio. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana.
Adayana. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Inimosi Travisi. Magritium Turinos. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
The goddess protects us.
Aborane Sentes. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Inimosi Travisi. Afranda Dra. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Staccioni Savitur. Staccioni
Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur. Ona Adayana, 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 Irimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Sono Daniam, Irimosi Travisi, Irimosi Travisi, Omronda Gratio.
Something wrong?
Unimosi Travisi, Unimosi Travisi, Unimosi Travisi, Patricio Furio, Unimosi Travisi, Unimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Unimosi Travisi.
Alright.
What I must.
Let's go ahead and get a couple extra
My
buffs out.
skills are absolute.
We don't necessarily need it for this fight, but it won't hurt. Wirlong's grotesque black mask changes before your eyes, so that it now resembles melting stone. A satisfied and bloodthirsty expression appears on it. So you're looking for gladiators. You've come to the right place. Trevor's bellow... So just be Trever bellows like a wounded animal. Without another word, he grabs his weapon and lunges at the slaver. What a fortuitous day. It so rarely happens that a slave who has been sold returns to be sold yet again. Gladiators, take him down.
Yet another obstacle.
Cover me, alright?
Did you see that?
Goodness gracious. Obsidian Mask of the Champion. Wirlong's lifeless body lies at your feet. A bloody mist rises from his wounds. It is impossible to survive such wounds. Yet you hear a voice coming from beneath the obsidian mask. Didn't I tell you I am immortal? You've killed this body, but I am still here, right in front of you. The mask grins and winks at you. With tremendous force, Trever brings his foot down on the mask. The head beneath the mask is reduced to a bloody mess, but the mask itself comes off without a scratch. The mask laughs. You're not the first to try that. Are you a mask? A living mask? So, it was you I've been talking to all this time. I'm the first champion of the Battle Bliss, the great warrior and necromancer Wirlong. No one could say how many victories I won, because I stopped keeping count. I was belligerent and bloodthirsty. My gifts impressed death herself. So when my luck turned away from me, my life was bleeding out in the arena, death gave me a gift. She placed my spirit in this mask. So under different names, I've claimed the champion's title again and again. The way I see it, you're not the hero you picture yourself as. You're just a coward who was afraid to die. Is that your body? Of course not. My mortal remains have long since turned to dust and black sludge. This body once belonged to one of my followers. A couple of decades ago, the gladiator wearing my mask perished and I took his body. My magic has kept the flesh in good condition all these years. Sadly, you destroyed this body beyond repair, and now I must find a new vessel. Punch the mask as hard as you can. The punch leaves the smooth surface of the mask unscratched. Foolish. You really think you're stronger than death. She protects me, and you cannot overpower her. Take the mask off Wirlong. The black stone clings to Wirlong's flesh as if they were one. It is impossible to tear the mask off his face. So some of these are pretty funny. I've done the trickster one before, but not the demon or the lich. Summon the righteous wrath of heaven and bring it down on the cursed black stone. A spear of blinding light shoots from your hand into the black stone. The mask cracks with a bone-like crunch. A nauseating stench of decay fills your nose. Under the fragments of the mask, you see exposed raw meat. It appears that, before donning the mask, the owner flayed his face. The flesh boils, the shards of black stone evaporate. After a time, all that remains of the sinister artifact is a memory. Your power has obliterated it. An amazing feeling of power inundates you. What you did was pleasing to heaven. Alright, we got Mystic Grace. This +3 leather armor is made from very light and delicate leather, increasing max dexterity bonus by 1 and decreasing arcane spell failure chance by 10%. It also grants the wielder a +2 bonus on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. I'd like to give that to him, but that's alright. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time,
It's time to act.
so I don't forget.
My will is resolute.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Alright, next time we'll speak to Ozaxis and go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.